This is KCR, the sound of state.
Just take a nice breath in. Exhale that breath. Just allow yourself now to relax more and more. Because from this moment in time, there's nothing of importance for you to do except relax. Relax.
Hey humans, are you relaxed? I'm feeling relaxed. Just a little bit, maybe a little nervous because this is the end, but not forever. This is, okay, I didn't even do my intro. Hey humans, welcome to Scarlett Letter Show, Season 3 finale. Yeah, I think I just got like too excited because it's the end. But there's more to come. Yes, there will be another season coming up in September. And I'm especially excited for that one because we'll be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the show. Yeah, it's crazy to think that it's been 1 year already. And I couldn't be more grateful for the support from all of you and all the meaningful connections that I've made throughout this journey. I've learned so much from all my guests about our community and also about myself. Yes, it's true that this industry has its bad parts. It can be a bit superficial at times, competitive, emotionally draining. But there are also good parts. The music, of course, being as creative as you want, and the sense of community and all the love, of course. We often forget that we're all interconnected, and although we look different from the outside, we all share similar experiences in this roller coaster that we call life. I've come to realize what I truly value from the show, and although entertainment was my main focus at first, I now understand that making a long-lasting positive impact goes way beyond that. For me, it's about increasing emotional intelligence and empathy. We all have the capacity to become better versions of ourselves and be kinder to one another, letting go of egos, selfish, for you that don't like it, right? And negativity can be possible when we live in the present and we remind ourselves that, yes, we're all humans, even me that I'm half alien. We're all trying our best, right? Dealing with our specific struggles and connected to the love of music. So let's keep making each other grow. I truly believe in y'all, and I hope that I can spark something in you to create a change in your lives. And now it's time to introduce my guest for Season 3 finale, Big Hugs and Pepperoni Tony.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks
for having us.
Yeah, how y'all feeling tonight?
Feeling great.
Yeah. Good.
So tell me, Big Hugs, what genres do you DJ?
Typically I do tech house, techno, some minimal. Lately I've been playing a lot with some new disco, and I'm really excited about that and kind of maybe pushing into a new sort of arena.
Something new.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
I've been trying to play with a lot of joy lately. I've been really happy. I feel like my life has been blessed, and I've been trying to play more like that and feel that more and convey that more in my music.
That's beautiful. It should be that way. And what other genres do both of you enjoy listening to besides electronic? Like, surprise me. Let's see.
I'm a super alternative, late 80s, 90s. I love guitar solos, rock stuff.
Nice.
Interpol.
Yeah, Interpol, Arcade Fire, Smashing Pumpkins.
Did you play an instrument?
Drums. We used to have a band together, Fun in the Park.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So how do you guys meet?
At Wiener Schnitzel almost 11 years ago.
So romantic.
Yeah, over in Hillcrest. It's now a coffee shop. But I went up to order, and it's a stand outside one, and she's there, and she gets the triple cheese,
And
triple
that's how
chili
you
cheese,
know.
and I'm like, dang,
Chili
girl,
cheese fries, the works.
You're talking my language.
Yeah.
Love at first. Wiener's neutral. Love at first bite.
First hot dog.
First bite, yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay, so Big Hugs, how long have you been spinning for?
Probably started in like 98. Got my first turntables and started spinning vinyl. Played a few underground parties, North County area, San Diego. I'd moved out here from Austin, Texas in 96. And I had gotten to the scene out there and came out here, and just it's been my passion ever since. And yeah, I fell out of it for a while. I met
Sometimes
I'm-
life gets in the way.
Yeah, I met my wife and, kind of made her my priority, but got back into the scene when we started Digital Cocoon. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's
That's
been great.
super awesome. And how do you start getting involved in the music industry? Was it just with DJing or did you do something else before that?
I play a lot of instruments. I play guitar, bass, keyboards. I sing, drums.
Whoa.
but-
Have you ever thought of adding those elements to your DJing? Like Ophir, like he's killing it.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I love that. I've been fooling around with bringing some like live synthesizer into a mix and sort of playing with like live melodies and sounds and things like that. But I love that. I also do a live set under the name Techno Organic.
Oh, all right. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, drum machine synthesizers. I previously was with a group called Electro Narcotics Division. We played for about 5 years, I think, and we played quite a few
so
shows
you've
around
been-
San Diego.
You've been
but
around music your whole life.
whole life. Yeah, whole life.
That's awesome. And what is the story behind both of your names? So Big Hugs and Pepperoni Tony.
Well, I wanted to come up with a DJ handle that sort of embodied like who I am, and anybody that knows me knows I'm a big hugger. I love to give hugs, and
time.
for me,
Big time.
for me, when I meet somebody, I really do believe that you don't fully make contact unless you break that force field that
Oh,
we have around
yeah.
us. And once you break that, then your consciousnesses are now touching, now intertwined, and you're truly communicating on a level other than just verbal or visual.
I 100% agree. Do you know Ulash? He's a guy in the scene. Like he always sings out. He gives the best hugs.
Yeah.
I will definitely have to introduce you to him.
Yeah.
He's around the scene and he just gives like so much love in one hug. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll gotta
Yeah,
introduce you.
we'll have to have a
Adrian
hug
needs
off.
it.
Yeah, a hug
Needs
off.
it.
We'll have
for
to have a
sure.
hug off.
Okay, Miss Pepperoni Tony.
Well, I love pizza. No,
Okay. It makes sense.
it's kind of based off of, the parties we've been doing have been based off of these drawings I had done. And one of the things was pizza people. So I got a pizza slice costume and I wore it at the door. And then we started bringing,
Oh yeah,
Pepperoni
that's
pizza
Your,
at the
that's your
parties.
profile picture, right? You got the pizza.
Yeah.
costume.
Yeah, the pizza people. She did a series of drawings on kind of what her idea of what the moon is, and she made these little creatures and like this floral,
Characters.
these like flora and fauna that like
Wow.
are unusual. And so yeah, there's the pizza people, and
The
there's
pizza people.
yeah.
That's
So-
They bring
awesome.
happiness and joy.
You gotta show me your sketches sometime. I'm really interested.
I'd love to show you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm having a lot of fun so far.
yeah. it's
But we gotta get the music started,
Yeah.
right? What can we expect in the first half of the mix?
like I said, I typically with myself, I play with a lot of energy and a lot of drive, and I like to keep the dance floor moving. I'm an old groover myself, and I like to dance. I come to dance. I don't
Me
need
too.
I don't need to
Yeah.
stand around and get lubed up to
Yeah,
like
if
have a good
anyone's
time.
seen me in the dance
Oh,
floor,
yeah.
I'm serious
You're ready to
business.
go.
We were shaking it together at Blonde last
Yeah.
week. Yeah,
Yeah,
take it easy. Yeah,
Of course.
that was nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think we're all excited to hear the first half of the mix.
Yeah.
And anyone that's listening or watching, get up, move a little, just vibe in your room or wherever you're listening to. And we'll be back in 10 minutes to continue the interview. So stay tuned. You're listening to KCR College Radio, the award-winning Sound of State.
just mad shaggy. I'm kinda heavy, but I'm not too flabby. I'm kinda talkative, kinda like Gabby. Must feel good, cause the girls are all grab. Bottle, get in late, play the party, get them
Are you loving this mix or what? Because I am. We want to have a party here in the studio.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're back, but I gotta make some announcements. And guess what? They're still the same ones from last semester. So here we go. Once again, fan of podcasts? Make sure to tune in on KCR On Demand, the newest platform of entertainment from your radio host here at SDSU. Find us on Apple Podcasts and SoundCloud at KCR College Radio. Also, Norparks Observatory is an amazing venue that you can win tickets to. So make sure to check out our social media to hear all about our giveaways at KCR College Radio or via kcrlive.com. Oh, yes. And now we're back for the good part, the interview, right? I'd like to know, I want you to share with me everything about your brand Digital Cocoon. And we'll go in different parts. Did it start as a Youtopia theme camp or did it evolve into that?
Yeah, originally.
I'm sorry. Your mic is off. All right. There you go.
There we go. Originally we had been a part of another Utopia theme camp called NFG. And we ended up splitting off with some of those camp members to create our own theme camp because we wanted to do bigger art. We wanted to do more events and things outside of Youtopia for fundraising for the art that we bring. So we split off from that. We created Digital Cocoon, and it kind of came out of something from Tony's childhood, where her and some friends created the Friendship Club.
Aww.
How old were you?
We're like 8 or
That's
9.
cute.
And so they all wanted to go to the water park slide at the end of the summer. So they spent all summer raising money.
Fundraising and brownie bake sales and whatever, so we could all hang
that's so
out and
cute.
go. So basically, we made Friendship Club, but the goal is to get to Utopia and to bring awesome art and to bring a stage and to bring what we
Wow.
do, but on a bigger scale.
I've never
Music.
been to Utopia.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
so much fun.
it's the local Burning Man regional event.
I know. There's all these events, man, that I gotta check out. I never even been to Desert Heart. Everyone's like, "You've never been?" Yeah, I know. I've been stuck in Insomniac events for so long now. I'm like, I need to check out them
You
more.
venture out.
I know that. I'm even going to my first cross this year.
Nice.
Everyone's like, "You're from San Diego. You've never been?" I'm like, "Yeah, sorry about it." Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
that's awesome. So, what drove you to create Digital Cocoon? Like, what was the pathway?
I think for us, we sort of felt like a lack of our identity in the burner community, and we wanted to have a camp that was safe for people like us, and we tried to create opportunities and a camp for people of color, LGBT, people who suffer from mental illness. We definitely support the underground house and techno scene, and that's what we bring to Utopia is a house and techno stage. There's other stages that their concentrations are more on break beats, drum and bass, things like that. So our concentration is the 4/4 house and techno. And so that's what we try to do. So those are kind of the aspects of what Digital Cocoon was, and out of that we grew into a nonprofit. And so our yearly fundraising has not just become for the art that we take to Utopia, but also for the events that we throw throughout the year, and also fundraising that we do for homeless twice a year. We go and we do handouts. We try to do it with kind of the changing of the seasons when it gets hot, when it gets cold. So because when you're homeless, things get worn out really quick. Clothing gets worn out. You can't carry a lot of stuff in the summer that you need for the winter when it gets cold. And so that's a big part of who we are too, is helping our community.
Yeah, helping not only the community by creating the vibe, but also San Diego's community in general.
Yeah.
Partying
Something they
for
were
a
all
cause.
a part of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And making real friendships. Like you said earlier, sometimes the scene can seem kind of superficial. And that's why, and I agree. And I've been in this for like 25 years now, and yeah, it can be like that. But there's some great friendships that also happen, lifelong friendships.
I definitely agree, and that's why I'm doing this show, and I have you guys right in front of me.
Yeah.
And how did you come up with the name Digital Cocoon?
So, okay. So,
Oh my God, it's gonna be a great story.
No,
No,
no.
it's a terrible
It's-
story.
Yeah, it's a terrible story. So it's just a bunch of us sitting around spitballing different names, and
For this new camp that
For
we're
this new
making.
camp, yeah, we're like,
and
where are we
then
gonna be?
someone brought this up, and we all liked it and agreed to it. And then later they text us, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be in your group or whatever.
yeah.
So we're like,
but they
okay.
let us keep the
Yeah,
name.
let us keep the name.
So
we're
that
like,
was
It's
okay.
a really
nice.
cool name.
Yeah. We
Well, you know,
It's a
there
really
was
cool
an
name.
Electric Cocoon. I think they were out of North County
Oh,
for
okay.
years back, and they were doing stuff for a while, but I really haven't seen anything that they've done in a while. And it's Electric Cocoon. We're Digital Cocoon, so it's completely
well,
different.
Like, get it straight, okay? It's
yeah,
Digital
it goes
Cocoon.
dun 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 dun. See, it's totally different.
Yeah, exactly.
That one goes dun 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 dun. This one goes dun 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 dun.
Are people
dun,
going to
dun,
get
dun,
gotta
your
just make
Vanilla
close
Ice
attention.
reference? I don't know.
I got it.
That's
okay.
it's a Vanilla Ice.
I play some
reference.
90s music.
Oh, good.
yeah.
I was like, now you're showing your age, baby.
It's okay. No one has to know. Okay, so now I'd like to talk about your individual events. So let's start with Mixtape, which is a monthly series highlighting fresh perspectives on dance music. So what do you mean with fresh perspectives? Like, how do you incorporate the freshness in your event?
Well, first of all, it was an opportunity for me to work with some young DJs that haven't really had the opportunity to play out. They're just starting, or they're maybe just starting a new style that they're learning. And so I wanted to create an event where I could showcase young DJ talent and hopefully trying to get some of the veterans and some of the promoters to come out and see some of this young talent, because they do, a lot of them have to. I think people are getting a little over the tech house kind of banging
Okay.
type of sound that's been going on for the last so many years, which for me, I love it. That tech house for a lot of people is like, oh, it's the dirty bird thing, but for me, it's the California sound. It's the California rave sound.
Okay.
That heavy bass. Whereas like in Texas, it was, when I came out back in the 90s, it was a lot more electronically, like, and when I came out
like
here,
electro. Okay.
yeah, and when I come out here and it's more organic sounds, kind of like disco-y sounds or R&B sound, but this just raging bass underneath that just,
Yeah, I'm
God.
all about the bass.
yeah,
for
and
sure.
you're listening on a huge sound system,
And you
like,
just can't stop moving.
yeah,
Right? You just go to
Yeah.
the beat. But
and now years later, it's become tech house. Back then, it was just house. That's what they call it. What is it? House,
Yeah.
techno. I don't know. It's rave music.
yeah, it's just music.
Yeah,
It's
now it's like
electronic
that.
music.
Yeah.
It's love.
But
But-
I feel like I wanted to create something where people could play something a little bit different. So we've had people coming in doing minimal sets, new disco sets,
Yeah,
acid house.
I was gonna mention that. How's the response from the audience? Because like I like you were saying right now, it's all about house and techno here. And when you start playing some new sounds, like what's the response?
Amazing. Everybody loves it. From day one, we've had amazing sets from everybody that's come through. And you know what? Sometimes you have some rough spots, especially when you're a young DJ or a newer DJ. And part of the opportunity that I'm creating is whenever we do our anything related with Digital Cocoon, we always bring our sound system. It's a turbo sound system, and it bangs.
It's all about
It's
the
so
sound system.
gorgeous.
Honestly,
It's so gorgeous.
you can
That's
go
part
to
of our
an-
brand.
You can go to an event and it can have everything, right? The vibe, the decorations, the music, but if the sound system is
If
crap,
it's, if
crap,
it's
there
hurting
you
your
go, yeah.
ears,
When
Yeah.
you're walking
Not
out
good.
holding your ears, it's not good.
yeah. And by the way, did you ever find your perfect earplugs?
I think I'm going with the eargasms.
I had those, and for some reason, like I didn't like how they felt. I
Really?
recommend the Vibes.
The vibes.
Vibes, yeah. I'll
Okay.
send you a link.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
pretty
send me a
great.
link.
Yeah, because like when I started working at Rich's, I didn't use earplugs, and it like completely destroyed. I have tinnitus forever, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So everyone that's out there that works in the industry or that just goes to party, wear earplugs.
Yeah.
Wear
I
earplugs.
swear.
Except that
change your
Digital
life.
Cocoon.
Yeah,
can
you
stand
won't,
right in
you
front of
won't
our
need it
speakers.
because they have a good system.
It's so funny. I've actually had promoters tell me after the show, they're like, "Wow, those speakers are really good. You could stand right in front of them, and they're really loud, but my ears don't hurt." And I'm like, "Well, it's not the speakers; it's how I'm EQing them. Like you have to do some stuff on the inside of the speaker to get them to sound that way. They don't just come out of the box like that." But yeah, so be warned. Don't
Oh.
just think you're going to buy the speakers and they're going to sound gorgeous. You got
Yeah.
to fine tune them.
You gotta hit a big hug so you can equalize
Yeah.
it.
I'll help
like-
you out.
And by the way, so how did you come up with this concept then, the mixtape concept?
Well, it actually Dan Gold over at Kava Lounge, hit me up. They had a last minute cancellation for a Saturday, and he said, "Hey, do you think?" And this is a Tuesday. He says, "Do you think you can come up with a show for something for Saturday?"
Can you just come up with something?
And we actually had our normal monthly Digital Cocoon show the very next week, and so he's kind of like, "Well, maybe not," because I said, "You know what? Let me come up with a new concept, and we'll do something different." I said, "All right." So I thought about it. I finally got everything together, booked the guys. Thursday, I put up the flyer in the event page. I had 2 days to promote this thing, and man, it went off.
Yeah.
Great crowd. The
Yeah.
vibes were through the roof. Everybody played amazing music. And everybody, like you said earlier, everybody's response has been, this is so much fun. Every DJ has their own sound. And when you go from one DJ to the next, you can hear that
Yeah.
transition, and it's good.
And there's no pressure to be like just tech house, just house, just you can just play,
Just cool music.
just play.
Just
something
make sure
good.
it's cool.
Okay. I love that. Wow, I definitely gotta check it out. And now I want to shift my focus to Cinema Techno.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to make it because
Yeah.
I'm working, but it's such an innovative concept.
Thank you.
And because it's like, okay, you combine visually interesting films and some of San Diego's best underground DJs. How does that combination work? Like, what's the process?
Well, I'm a big cinephile. I love film. I love movies, and I have a large
Me
film.
too. You can catch
Hundreds
me
and
every
hundreds of
Tuesday.
movies.
Yeah,
Yep.
hundreds. Yeah,
Yep.
and the thing is, I like visually interesting movies, and I think it's kind of becoming a lost art. So what we do is we show the movie somewhere in the venue, and then we run the sound from the film into the mixer, so the DJ can bring in audio or mute or whatever's playing on the movie, can bring it in while he's mixing and affect it and do little things, and it's really cool. And
That is really cool.
yeah, I love it. And I've always been a big visual person. I like when I go to parties to see things like
Oh
that.
yeah, that always makes me remember the party. Like whenever I see like the decoration or something that just makes it
Something
stand
stands
out.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're visuals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Visual,
that also.
oral, yeah.
Yeah. And how do you go about selecting the films and the DJs? Like, what's the criteria, or do you go with a different theme?
Well, so with I should backtrack with Mixtape. I've been throwing that with the young DJ Andres Escobar.
Okay.
He's kind of a young guy in the community. He works a lot with the Bump Crew, also with Bouquet. He's worked with like West Coast Weekender. He's a
Okay.
really good guy in the community that
Cool.
helps a lot of different crews. And so I was doing that with him. So we were both the residents for that. For Cinema Techno, I've been working with Kilmore. He's also with the
Divinity.
Divinity crew. He bangs. Yeah, hard techno. And Johan Hernandez.
So are you ever gonna have like a Tim Burton theme? Because I'll be there. I will like skip work and I'll be there.
We so each one has been a little bit different. I think the first one we did just kind of classics that I really love, Blue Velvet, and this great Korean film called I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. The second one we did was all black and white, and
yeah,
so,
the film noir.
It's
Yeah,
film
I
noir.
saw. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and you know, I tried to mix it up. Basically, I'm trying to do longer sets with Cinema Techno, just like a film. Normally, an hour and a half to 2 hour sets, and I'm trying to keep with that. So less DJs, longer set times, and let the DJ kind of do their story
Do their-
along
yeah.
with the movie. Yeah. So and we haven't done the Cinema Techno as much. I'm trying to keep that one a little more underground, and I'm moving it to different venues.
Okay.
And venues in San Diego, as any promoter knows, are difficult to come by. But it's definitely a passion project for mine, and I just want to keep going. But,
Yeah.
yeah. The
And
next
what-
one, we were going to do an anime one, and unfortunately, we had
Ooh.
problems with the venue last second, and that kind of
Mm.
fell through. But that lineup, I really want to see. Johnny Thin, myself, Kilmore, Luna Michelle.
Yeah, Luna.
Yeah,
I love
all anime. I love it. I
Oh
love
my
it.
god, I can't wait. And what shaped your vision for creating this experience?
Like I said, just being a cinephile, loving movies, loving artistic movies.
Did you help him out, Tony?
Yeah, there's some, there's always a little bit of asking me what I kind of think here and there. But
Well, she's our art director,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so tell me about
whatever
your
it
role.
looks like, that's what she does. Whatever our vision is, whatever we go in and decorate, she's in charge of all that. I just
Yeah.
handle the music.
Yeah.
yeah.
tell me.
He's the music one. I'm the art one. I use a lot of cardboard and recycled things. I don't want to spend money, So I'm gonna be in the alley looking for boxes.
Girl, you crafty girl.
And you do what you have to
to.
do, you know, and some paint and a lot of love. And a lot of the stuff is, again, based off of these drawings I had done. When someone had said, why aren't we doing things based off of our own art, you know, and expanding and just like, yeah, we should be utilizing our talents for the shows.
Of course.
And that was a hard thing was when we started doing the art, one of the projects we did was a project called In the Depths. And we've been doing that for the last couple of years. And it's a comment on single-use plastic, ocean pollution, how single-use plastics like straws and wrappings and you know,
Forks.
packaging, forks, that accounts for a majority percentage of the plastic in the ocean. And so we did these, what people have called more like sea monsters than sea creatures that are bioluminescent, but we use a lot of recycled materials. And we just want to keep that going because that's a big part of not only the rave community, but also the burner community is leave no trace and recycling and reusing and upcycling and things like
Yeah,
that.
definitely agree.
So
Something
any
that we
project
don't
we
think
do
about,
is
yeah.
always going to use recyclable materials. That's one thing that we always strive for.
Try to get as green as possible.
Wow, that's so inspiring. Wow, you guys are just full of surprises. I didn't even know all these things, and I'm learning so much from you. So, okay, what I know is that your mission statement is that you always strive to provide a safe space for anyone to express themselves. But I know curating that vibe can be tough because you want to keep the community, but you also want new people to come, right? And we were talking about this a little bit. And I'm sure there's some people that go because they're curious or they've never been to an event, like an electronic music event. So what should newcomers know before going to your event?
Oh, definitely come with the attitude of having fun. You know, a lot of times going out to the nightclub means trying to hook up. And, we're more about the music and having a good time and spending time with our friends. Like I said, friendship club. Like,
Friendship club.
We're having a party. It's not a party
And all our
unless we're
friends
just
are here.
dancing. Yeah, and all our friends are here. And that's one thing is come with an open mind and be respectful of others. And, things in the LGBT community, no means no, ask first, report harassment. These are important slogans because, going up and especially now people are being more open and expressive with their gender identity. And we need to respect that. We respect that. And I think this is a new shift in society that we all need to kind of get accustomed to. So I come with an open mind and be open.
And be open, be respectful.
Be respectful.
I agree.
Keep your
100.
hands off.
Yeah. And for people that are part of the community, if you see something sketchy,
Report
say
it.
something.
That's what we're here for.
Of course, we're all
That's
taking care of
what
each other.
security's there for. I mean, just look for someone next to you. Tell them this person's bothering me. It's gonna get taken care of.
Yeah.
And it's it comes to the point where people get banned.
Yeah.
You're gonna get banned.
You're gonna
I'm
get
sorry.
out of here.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, now you know. And on a lighter note, you guys have an event coming up this Saturday with my friends from Technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, Solaria. Oh my
it's
God, that's so
our
exciting.
first daytime.
Yeah,
type
first real
event.
daytime. We've had a couple of in the park kind of barbecue type friends hanging out, but this is our first real event, ticketing during the day to night. And the hole in the wall up by Liberty Station is so beautiful.
It's a really cool spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it is literally a hole in the wall, but you get in and you're like, what is
Yeah.
where am I?
It's like all of a sudden you're in jungle.
Right?
Like it's
great.
so lush and all those tropical plants. It just
And then you have a little pitcher of alcohol.
And I know. Oh my God, those
love that.
margaritas. Like, yeah. You just have one and done.
those pictures are great.
I-
And we're so excited to go in and decorate. We're bringing in art from our moon project. We're
All of
also
our projects.
Our love garden.
A bunch of
Our in the
mushrooms.
depths. Our old Mad Hatter installation. We had a bunch of giant
Oh my
oversized
God, that's
mushrooms.
so exciting.
Yeah.
Hunt and Gather will be there. Green Gods, Human Connection. They're all doing clothing and jewelry. We're bringing in Robert from Connect San Diego, who's going to
Oh
be doing
yeah,
an
the
art
homie.
pop-up.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a really
He's
cool
awesome.
guy.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Oh my God, yeah. I think I gotta go check it out before I have a DJ gig tomorrow, but
Yeah.
I can probably make it during the day.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, excited.
awesome.
2 to 9.
Yeah, 2 to 9, hole in the wall. And where can we get tickets?
Eventbrite is online right now, and then it's just gonna be at the door, $10.
Okay, so all the homies are playing Mixtape, Big Hugs, John Bilotti, Luna Michelle, Josh Taylor, Hokum, and special guest Red Sonia.
Yeah.
Sonia.
Yeah, so
we
exciting.
love Sonia. You know,
Yes.
she's definitely one of our favorite DJs that we've had play our Digital Cocoon shows. Like, she's such a sweetheart, and she's one of the DJs that I feel plays with joy. And
She does.
And that's who I've been looking at recently.
With like her heart.
Yeah.
With her heart, and plays with a happiness, and yeah.
All right.
Love
Well,
it.
thank you. We're really excited for this Saturday.
Yes.
Yes.
And now, like, back to your journey really quickly. What challenges have you faced in your musical path so far? And both of you can answer because both of you have been in this together.
Well, for me, I think is getting over my fears of my social anxieties and feeling like, I don't know, like it's almost overwhelmed, but I'm surrounded by friends and love, and it's okay to take those steps and go out and be active. And if you feel like staying home that day, you feel like staying home. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
You know, it was interesting. Like I said, I had kind of taken a hiatus from DJing for quite a few years, and we started Digital Cocoon, and we're like, well, we need to do some fundraising for Youtopia next year. What are we going to do? And being an old groover myself, I'm like, we could throw a rave. So yeah,
Braves dance.
yeah. So we started throwing parties, and the Digital Cocoon monthly event, it just wasn't where I wanted it to be. And we had worked with some young guys, Hokum, Tyler Howard, Jan Oslansky, Will Lavin. They're our original residents. And along with Jesse Caldwell, THC, Tommy Wine Collins. And Wes Hoppy also was a part of that early crew. And it turned into, I felt like I had to get on the decks myself. I go, I'm not hearing the sound. I'm not getting the vibe in the party that I want to hear, that I want to feel. So I got back into it, and coming back into it, the last time I was in spinning vinyl. And now I had to learn this whole new thing of digital. Like, wow, this is kind of neat, kind of different, but cool.
You just have to adapt, right?
Yeah, and so that's kind of where it came on. So yeah, it was a little trial and tribulation, kind of finding my voice again. I always liked the banging stuff and kind of
Me
listening
too.
to some of the new tracks, like the new style, and so it's been really interesting. And now, you know, it's been two and a half years now that we've been doing Digital Cocoon and having a monthly show. And just this year we started with the Cinema Techno and the mixtapes.
Yeah.
We started to branch out, and like I said, I'm starting to investigate new sounds, new genres, new disco.
Of course.
Yeah. So
And
it's
you're
interesting. It's
doing
great.
it,
It's
yeah.
fun. Yeah, it's fun. I love it.
Well, thanks for your input. And I have a couple more questions. I mean, like, I wish I didn't had more time. I wish I had more time, but this is like the most important one.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on San Diego's electronic music scene? You can start with like the positives and maybe something that needs improvement.
I think we're on a wave, and that's been going on for the last year and a half, 2 years now. And I work a lot with a lot of the other promoters. A lot of people say, "Oh, people aren't working together." We're all working together. We're all working. It's just sometimes it can't be helped. I got a guy coming in this date. You got a guy coming in that date. There's going to be 2 parties. There's going to be 5 parties, 7 parties, whatever. It happens. But we're all working together. And one of the things that I've been really pushing is production. Is, the old days when you just showed up with your thumb drive and your headphones, and you want people to come and do what? Because you're playing some tunes. Like, so really pushing, like, bringing in sound reinforcement and bringing in the decor, bringing in extra lighting.
Yeah, it's
or
a whole
bringing in-
experience.
Make it an experience. And I think that's what's really going to grow San Diego's community, is making it an experience. Stop making it about, oh, it's so-and-so DJ, big name so-and-so, which is great. And that brings people. But for your average Joe coming in, they don't know anybody from anybody.
Mhm.
And making it an experience of like, wow, this is really nice. I love it here. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's hugging. Like, it seems like everybody knows each other.
Exactly.
And this is so refreshing. I'm not getting hit on. I'm not getting pushed around, like everybody's having a good time. And that's what we need to do. And I think we're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love it.
excited too for
Yeah.
what's to come and for all these new people and everything. I mean, you guys are already making a big part and just keeping this optimistic attitude.
Oh, yeah.
It's just already, you guys are winning. All right. Before we go on the second part of the mix, I got the random question. Describe your perfect pizza.
Okay. First time we ever ordered pizza. This is love. This is just done. We're done. Soulmate, whatever you want to call it. Media naranja. It's about, what do you want as your pizza? And she says, sausage and mushrooms. Dude, are you kidding me? That's like my pizza since I was like a teenager.
What?
Like,
Perfection.
yeah, that's my favorite pizza. And I'm like, you're messing with me, right? I think she's messing with me. And no.
It's like,
no.
did you read my diary? Did you
Yeah.
get in my dreams?
Yeah. We're masterminding. We're
We always are
masterminding all the
thinking
time.
the same thoughts and having
Aw.
this. It's gross.
That's
It's
so
kinda
gross.
gross.
All right, so I got hopes that I'm not gonna be forever alone then.
No,
I'm kidding.
no,
I'm
there's a
kidding.
weirdo out there for you.
Yeah.
He's my weirdo, and he's super weird, and I'm super
Uh-huh.
like,
That's
there
so
for you.
beautiful.
there.
Aw, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here,
Yeah.
for the season finale, and for bringing this energy. I really appreciate it.
well, thank you for
Congratulations
having
on
us.
the year.
Congratulations to you for sure.
Yeah, and now we're gonna go on the second part of your mix, and we'll return in less than 10 minutes to end with some more questions. So don't go anywhere, people.
I got so much love for you, dog. The life that I love. You the love of my life.
This mix is so good.
Thank you.
All right. I want to ask you, what are you most grateful for in your life right now?
Man, so much. So many blessings. One thing is, and I kind of wanted to come out and thank everybody in the community. When I came back in and a lot of young people like really embraced me and let me in. And sometimes, being older and you come into a young scene and, you feel like, oh, they're going to be all, who's this old fart,
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just really welcoming and loving. And I love all these young creative people, and they've inspired me to like live this life and get into the nightlife and do events. So I thank everybody in the community, and you know who you are. I love all of y'all.
And you, Tony?
Sweet. You're sweet. I'm thankful for Adrian, for sure.
Oh my God, you guys are gonna make me cry.
But I'm thankful for the art that I get to create and I have paint on my hands right now and some paint in my hair, and like that feels right.
That's great.
Like that's me.
That's you.
So I'm thankful to be able to do that.
So what does the future hold for Big Hugs and Tony?
Everything.
Yeah,
All the
I was
things.
always like a million ideas, and at first I'm like, oh baby, that's crazy, and then later I'm like, I think that could work. We could actually do that.
Yeah.
And then we do it. I don't know.
Yeah, things that I one of the things was I've always wanted to participate in the Pride Parade, and last year we finally got to do. We had a Digital Cocoon float.
Yes.
So awesome.
Oh my God.
Super fun.
And last minute, the Burner Village, which is the Burning Man representative at the Pride Festival, invited us last minute. We ended up getting to play. This year, we actually brought our whole stage to Pride Festival to
We
the
brought
Burner
the art,
Oh my
our
God,
big
so
cocoon.
exciting.
things like that are just, to me, amazing and a lifelong dream of being able to participate not only in the parade but at Pride and the festival and yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta follow your dreams, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You can
And
make it happen.
And
It's
I just want to
kooky,
keep
but-
going. I just want to keep spreading the love. I want to keep bringing more and more people into this. And for me, having so much social anxiety, it's hard for me to self-promote. But I believe in it. I believe in what we're
course.
doing. I believe we're pushing the culture. We're pushing the culture of love. The music, as much as it's important to me, it's secondary to our agenda. What we're really trying to do is show people that there's people out there who really care, who really want good friendships. And yeah, we party together and we have a great time. But at the end of the day, if you need us and we're
You're gonna
available,
be there
we're gonna
for
be
them.
there. We're
Yeah,
gonna be there.
it's
If you
not
need to talk,
superficial.
if you need help, like physical help, like whatever we can do, we want to be there because we're friends.
Yeah.
Friendship club.
Friendship club, yeah. Hashtag friendship club. Well, it's great to have people like you in the community that like truly care, because like I said, like there's good parts and bad parts, but you make the community the best part.
Thank
Of course. So thank you so much
you.
for being here once again. And that's how we conclude season 3. Yes, that's been an amazing experience. Yeah. I honestly think this has been my favorite season yet. I feel like I've been able to like go in depth on so many issues and things that I wanted, and I'm like looking back at like my first one, I'm like, wow, I've really evolved.
Come a long way.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna keep going, and I want to keep making changes and bring the topic of mental health and empathy and like all the issues and all the great things, because it's things that need to be talked about, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for everyone that's been joining me every Thursday on Facebook, on the KSR website, the TuneIn app. I really appreciate your engagement. You know, all the likes, the comments, and shares make a big difference. And shout out to everyone that has ever come to me in person. Like that always warms my heart when people come up to me in events and like, oh my God, your show is great. I'm doing it. Like I'm making a positive impact, and that's what it's all about. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and the love. And then of course I'll be uploading the show on YouTube and the interview. So just search Scarlett Letter Show, and I'll post the link on my socials. So have a good night, everyone. Thank you once again, Tony.
Night, San
Pepperoni.
Diego.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Love you, San Diego.
We love you.
Love you.
Yeah, till season 4 for the 1 year anniversary. See ya.